Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Solo token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, it's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. Check that out before watching this one. Now jumping into the daily chart, you can see that we have entered this buy zone that I gave you in the last video. So anywhere from $1.22 to around about 35, well, anywhere from 32 to 35 cents is a great entry for the Solo token. And that's really the bottom where I see this thing going, because with the January 20th token unlock and distribution of the airdrop, I think people are going to start taking profits massively. Even though the token is down, I will not be doing so myself. I'm going to be holding my Solo tokens, and I'm going to be earning that core airdrop that is going to be distributed to all the Solo holders every single month, starting from January. Starting February, I think. Yep, in February. So yeah, like I said, the bottom over here at 35 cents is what I think is going to happen. I do have this Fibonacci retracement set with the targets to the downside. So the swing high is over here, December 2nd, with that peak of $8.39. And we have the bottom over here, October 28th, at around about 8 cents and 9 cents. So that's really the bottom of this Fib retracement. And we can obviously come back down and touch that line if Bitcoin starts, doing some crazy things and starts bleeding very hard. We may potentially lose this support, because why do I have 35 cents is because this was a great support area, which was previously a resistance area. So we hit our head on this area. We broke above it, back tested it as support, and from there we absolutely flew, as you can see. Look at this candle on the Solo token. Wow. So anyone who bought over here was, it was really, like, you can see that since the end of October, this was a 13% move in around about like less than 2 months. So yeah, this is crazy. And anyone who took profits over here, you're so right to do that, because now you can buy in 90% cheaper, because we're down 90% from the all-time high over here. And do I think we're going to come back to these numbers? Yes, but for that we have to continue on with the bull market. Bitcoin needs to start breaking those resistance levels. But if you see the token is very oversold over here, this is a great buying opportunity, because you're not going to get here with profits if you're not going to be buying at these lows, right? So people who bought in here and took profit here, they needed to, take that risk and buy this coin at a very, very low price over here. That's why they were able to make those profits. Some people only end up jumping into these coins over here and over here and over here, God forbid. But a lot of people are sitting, on a loss with these tokens. But hopefully, the price will rebound. And I'm going to give you some resistance levels right now to look for. So as you can see, we have a bearish cross on the daily chart. The 20 EMA crossed below the 55 EMA, and the blue line over here is the 80 EMA. So the 20 EMA in itself is going to be a resistance level. So that's $1.51. Yeah, 52 cents. That's potentially the level that we can get to with an upcoming relief rally that we may have for this token. So potentially we may do something like this, get hit by the 20 EMA and get sent back down for that lower low, right? Because we are in a downtrend, we're printing lower highs and lower lows. Now, in a different scenario, if we were to break through the 20 EMA, right around the corner here, you have the 0.786 Fibonacci. So that is $1.83. That is your next resistance level. After that, you have your 55 EMA and your 80 EMA. So those two are sitting right now at around about $2.25. So you have to look for these EMAs and just bring them out on your chart, because the EMAs are constantly moving based on the price action. So the price is like a magnet for the EMAs. They follow the price. So if the price starts pumping up, they will reverse and start going back up. But right now, since the price is below the EMAs, and the EMAs are sort of a magnet themselves, because once you're far away from the 20 EMA or any EMA really, you tend to come back to it as support. So the 20 EMA right now, we haven't had a touch off the 20 EMA since December 24th. So right now, what I think can happen is we can absolutely have a little relief rally, test of resistance on the 20 EMA, and then we may print a lower low. That's also possible. If you bought in your tokens at $5, $4, I recommend just sitting tight and waiting for those pumps to come, because I think the Solo token will appreciate obviously with time. We'll see if we can get to the previous all-time high. Depends on how the bull market goes, right? If we go absolutely parabolic, then I think we can even break this swing high, this all-time high, and print a new one. All right, now next up we have the golden ratio, which is the most important resistance level and fib level out of all. So $3.23 is going to be your target. So usually once you have these, relief rallies, or you start, building momentum, usually, or a lot of times, you get hit by the golden ratio here and you get sent back down. So this is sort of the dead cat bounce scenario for you. So $3.24 is going to be your important level to breakthrough. So if you manage to break through that back test as support, then you're pretty much set to take out the previous swing high, or at least have a full retracement to that $8.37 price. So yeah, those are some of the resistance levels. I could give you, a crap ton of resistance levels, but you don't need that many of them, obviously, because if you bought in at $8, you don't need a resistance level at $3.24, right? All you need is the price to go back up. But hopefully, for those of you who are newcomers to this industry, hopefully this is a good lesson and a valuable lesson to you, not to buy into the hype, because this was a mistake that I did way back with some of the other projects. And I learned my lesson, and I never buy into these huge dips, especially these big green candles. That's unhealthy. And right now you're sitting at a 90% discount if you bought in at the all-time high, pretty much. Now, the daily RSI over here, as you can see, we do have this resistance line, and you may potentially run into it as resistance and get sent back once again. So look for the daily RSI and look for this back test of resistance. You can see that we had one touch over here, we had the second touch over here, and we had a little fake out over here. So yeah, there is a probability that we're going to hit our head on this RSI level and get sent back down. The bullish scenario would be obviously for us to break it and back test it as resistance. That would be bullish, because you'd be breaking this multi-month resistance line. But we'll see if we can do that. And yeah, so draw this out on your daily RSI. If you look at the stochastic RSI, you can see that you are in the oversold over here. So as you can see, once you get into this area, you start recovering. And right now you're starting to move up a little bit. But like I said, the stochastic or the stochastics RSI momentum is a lot, as you can see, you can get pretty much oversold on the stochastic, but you won't be oversold on the relative strength index, right? So you just have to keep that in mind. And if you're sitting at, at a significant loss and you see the stochastic being overbought and the stochastic is sitting up over here, I wouldn't recommend taking profits, because yes, it's going to come back down eventually here, but you just don't want to sell when you're at a loss. Okay, that's the most important lesson that I want to present to you guys. And yeah, so hopefully you learned something useful. Hopefully this was useful for you from a technical analysis standpoint. Hopefully you didn't buy into these large green candles. And yeah, let me know what you think of the Solo token, of the airdrop. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. And make sure to check me out on Twitter. Check out our Telegram and Discord server. We have a great community over there. If you have any questions, you need any help, make sure to join in and ask. The people of that community are so good and so helpful all the time. And I do plan actually to potentially close the Telegram chat because I don't want it to get over flooded with people. So I think I'm potentially going to close it at 500 people. Right now we're sitting at 330 people. So maybe I'll close it off at 500 and then I'll be opening it up for, patrons and NFT holders. But yeah, we'll see about that. So feel free to join, since it's still an open Telegram chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to check out our Patreon as well. Great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.